United States of America,
to the republic which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
3.01, Superintendent Report, acknowledgement of the 20 years of experience. Before that's done, as a member of the Board of Education, I'd like to thank all the individuals here present for their fantastic work for the last 25 years, and I hope you continue for the next 25 years. So thank you for your services. But at the same time, retirement is great.
And with that being said, Dr. Bunk, it's all yours.
Thank you very much, President Lumia. To all of you who are here this evening, 34 individuals receiving recognition of 25 years of service to the Wappinger Central School District. You are the ones who have made this district what it is. Through thick and thin, through some very challenging times, particularly over the last couple of years. You kept the district running. You made sure we had proper facilities. You made sure that our students were fed. You made sure that our students were taught. You made sure that our students got to and from school last year, each and every day. We could not be more proud of the job that you have done and your responsibilities. And each of you are so important. Please take an opportunity to give yourselves a round of applause for what you've done. The district and our students would not have been successful without your dedication. And as President Lumia said, 25 years, I hope you do another 25 years. I'm serious. We need you. We need you. We thank you. And this evening, I am very, very pleased to be here to honor you. And with that, our Director of Human Resources, Ms. Renee Harris. Ms. Harris?
Thank you, Dr. Bonk. Good evening, everyone. To President Lumia, Vice President Kelland, and the members of our Board of Education, thank you for granting me this opportunity to stand before you this evening to recognize 34 members of our staff who have provided 25 years of dedicated service to our students, our staff, and the Wappingers community. It is a fantastic sight to see all of you here today in the audience to join us in recognizing and celebrating our recipients. Before we proceed, there are some thank yous I'd like to share. Ms. Pedro, our secretary to the superintendent, our district clerk, in helping to coordinate this ceremony. Thank you. And to the members of our human resources team for helping to gather the information for this evening and assisting with the invitations and all of their efforts in putting the ceremony together. So thank you. So at this point in time, I would like to ask the members of the Board of Education to form a line up front and the members of our senior staff. So what's going to happen from here is I'm going to call your name. I'm going to ask you to come up on stage, and I have my lovely assistant here with me, Assistant Superintendent Crandall, who will give you your 25-year pin. And then from there, you can proceed across the stage, shake hands, fist bump, elbow bump, whichever you feel most comfortable with, so as the board and senior staff congratulate you. All right. So I'll be calling you, the order is alphabetical by last name, so you'll know when you'll next be up. All right, so let's begin. Shannon Banda, gay head, music teacher.
Okay. Shannon, thank you.
Thank you for all you do. Really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Lori Barrett, teaching assistant at Oak Grove. Natalie Bliss, special education teacher at John Jay. Vivian Burke, full-time bus driver, 12-month. Nicole Donovan Kowalczyk, Sheaf Road, 4th grade teacher. Katrina Duffy, mathematics teacher, John Jay. Julia Sola, special education teacher, Royce Ketchum. Congratulations.
Thank you. And another 25 years. Come on. Come on, Julie. Okay, I'll take it. Congratulations.
Only if he does another 20.
Donna Ferrero, full-time bus driver, 12 months. Congratulations, Julie. Kathleen Flanagan Biggers, foreign language teacher, Royce Ketchum. Robert Furlong, school psychologist, Ketchum. Scott Grimes, social studies teacher at Ketchum. Kelly Hedden, Royce Ketchum art teacher. Michelle Keenan, 2nd grade teacher at Sheaf Road.
Congratulations and thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Michael Kennedy, 5th grade teacher at Gayhead. Congratulations. Congratulations. Yeah. Kathleen Landry, physical education teacher.
Thank you so much. Let's do another 25. I like it. Go for it. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. Janice Lawler, science teacher, Wappingers Junior High.
Miss Landry was my former student, and her father, who was in the audience, is also a Royce Ketchum teacher.
Kathleen Mace, English teacher, John Jay.
Congratulations, Kathy.
Kevin McCabe, full-time bus driver.
Really appreciate you. Thank you, Kathy.
Geraldine McMurrow, school monitor at Brinkerhoff.
Thank you. Oh, come on.
Dorothy Mitchell, school monitor at Van Wyck.
Congratulations.
Anthony Manjares, bus monitor for transportation. Congratulations. Peggy Mulvey, typist B at John Jay. Deborah Pagano, senior stenographer, human resources. Kathy Paglia, gay head, 6th grade teacher. Nancy Pickering, head bus driver, transportation. Krista Robinson, art teacher, gay head. Monica Shore, Evans, art teacher. Alicia Schreibman, full-time bus driver.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Robert Schukel, technology teacher, Van Wyck. Dr. Stephen Shukat, Van Wyck principal. Holly Siebert, math teacher, Royce Ketchum. Renee Stranahan, kindergarten teacher, gay head.
Thank you very much.
Daryl Sullivan, in-school suspension teacher, Royce Ketchum. And James Weinrich, music teacher, Van Wyck. Congratulations. As this concludes our ceremony, I want to again express a big, heartfelt thank you and our tremendous gratitude to all of our 25-year service award recipients for your hard work, your dedication, and all that you have done. Thank you.
Ms. Harris, thank you for the ceremony, and thank you to
That is. Yes. That is. Yes.
I didn't hear what you said. What did you say? What did he say?
He's calling me a gun.
Four point oh one, public comments on agenda items. Please, if you have any comments, sign up in the front here with secretary. Thank you. Landry, I'm here, Landry. I'm here. Ladies and gentlemen, We're about to listen to public comment. Although state law does not require us to hold public comment period, we have chosen to do so because we believe it is crucial for us to hear from our community members about their concerns and issues. The board is here to listen. The public comment period is not designed to be a debate or dialogue. Please do not expect the board to respond to your comments and concerns and questions tonight. We take your concerns and questions seriously and want to have sufficient time to process and research issues if need be. Any questions from the public should be submitted through the use of public comment form, which may be obtained online or at the desk with the district clerk. We'll have the proper staff member get back to you as appropriate. I also want to point out that under state and federal privacy laws, we are unable to address any comments or questions about specific students or school personnel. We would ask you to go to the appropriate administrative channels. A total of 30 minutes at the beginning of each board meeting is set aside to allow for public comment on agenda items only. Public comments at the beginning of the meeting is limited to only agenda items. Persons who wish to participate in the public comment portion of the meeting are asked to provide their name and the specific item on which they're about to speak. A setup sheet is located at the desk on the desk with the district clerk. Individual comments on agenda items limited to 3 minutes and are welcomed. If you wish to address items that are out of school district that are not on tonight's agenda, another comment period is provided at the end of the meeting for that purpose. A second sign-up sheet is available for non-agenda items. In the interest of civility and respect for different points of view, clapping, booing, or any disturbance or disruption during either public comment period is not permitted. At this time, comments related to agenda items are welcome. Is there anyone? Okay, seeing none. Committee 4.03, or 4.02, excuse me, communication and announcements received by the Board of Education. Marie?
Hi. I got to finish my Whirlwind Winter Concert Tour with Fishkill Elementary, Kinry Elementary, and Myers Corner. I unfortunately was unable to make one, but thank you to Trustee Miggett, who was able to make that concert at Evans Elementary. But it was amazing. It's great to see all these kids. I actually have gotten to all of the schools, and it was a lot of fun, and I can't wait for the spring round to come about, Miss King. Also, I was able to go to the Brinkerhoff Elementary Little Library dedication by the Fishkill Rotary Club, which was great. And I have been able to make it to quite a few JV and varsity girls, boys, and freshman basketball games on both sides of the district. I was able to make it to some wrestling matches, and also Trustee Miggett's got me to make it to gymnastics once. Also, with quite a few of you, I was at the Martin Luther King breakfast sponsored by the Catherine Street, and John Jay cheerleading, a big shout out. They came in 5th in Dallas, which is a great accomplishment. I believe there was 40 teams that they competed against, and they came in 5th. And I just big shout out to Coach Alice. She is an amazing coach, and I just wanted to congratulate them.
Cheryl, which other schools
Which other
did you
schools?
go to?
Well, I went to concerts at Kinry, Fishkill Elementary, and Evans. As Trustee Johnson has said, we made it to several of the we made it to 2 RCK John Jay basketball games, 3. We also made it to the RCK girls game last week against Albertus Magnus, and we are looking forward to seeing that matchup again in postseason play. We went to Mat Wars and saw our RCK team do quite well hosting their own tournament. I also went to the RCK wrestling match against Arlington. I was hoping tonight, I was going to stop by on my way here to see our John Jay wrestlers wrestle at Arlington. Unfortunately, that event was canceled, and I found out in the process that last week our boys wrestling match for John Jay against Beacon was interrupted because of the weather, and that affected their senior night. So Arlington had magnanimously invited them to participate in their senior night tonight. So I certainly hope something is done somewhere in the athletic department to give these senior athletes at John Jay the recognition that they deserve.
I also saw teams from all four of our secondary schools compete at the cheer competition, the Mardi Gras competition at Arlington this weekend. John Jay came in first in every division they were in. And I want to second that thanks to Coach Alice for her work with the John Jay team. Trustee Johnson gave you a little bit of background that it was 40 teams that they went up against. Their goal going in, because they competed against a number of teams from Texas and Oklahoma, where there is huge money put into cheerleading training every year. I mean, we're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars per school. And they went up mostly against Texas and Oklahoma schools. Their goal was to get into the top 20 to be able to compete in the second round on the second day, and they came in 5th. So I am more than proud of our John Jay cheerleaders.
Any other comments? John?
Thank you for your outstanding attendance. I was able to attend the Catherine Street Community Center breakfast, their annual Martin Luther King Day breakfast. The Catherine Street Community Center does amazing work, and has for many years for the Catherine Street kids. But their breakfast also recognizes and honors others from outside of their program. And for the second year in a row, the Wappinger Central School District had a student recognized and be an award winner. And many of the people on the board and administrators were very proud to be there and cheer her on. I'm guessing that Dr. Bonk will have more to say about that.
I just want to thank Trustee Johnson and Trustee Miggets for allowing Trustee Odoms, President Lumia, and myself to actually appear at the RCK John Jay girls boys basketball doubleheader last Friday. Thank you.
Peggy?
All right. I was not able to attend as many things as these ladies. However, I did go to the Martin Luther King breakfast and was very impressed with all the accomplishments and the very nice speech given by our student from Ketchum, and the little library at Brinkerhoff by the Interact Club of that school and the assistance of the Fishkill Rotary. Thank you.
I guess I'm the last one, so always, I don't know why, but first of all, I did not attend as many functions as both these two individuals. I did attend I did go to Evans on both 2 nights, I guess it was, the first, and so one was here, one was at Evans. It was great to see so many participants in band, chorus, and choir. As some of the performance I attended, being part of a musical group will enrich your school experience. I hope you continue, but every student who participated in those 3 things continue throughout their life. Congratulations, as already been mentioned, to the John Jay cheerleading team for coming 5th out of 40 teams at the Nationals. Congratulations to RCK, Amanda Arvello, for being the Martin Luther King recipient. Our speech was very inspirational, as already been mentioned by John. Congratulations to 39 winners of the Scholastic Art Gold and Silver key winners at RCK. And congratulations to Erin McConnellock for being RCK Student of the Month. So thank you for all your attendances at the various meets and representing the board. As you know, some of the board members are working all the time. It's only retired people like me should go to these functions. The rest of us are working. So thank you for all you do for the district. And with that being said, I think it's 4.03, unless Dr. Bunk, Dr. Bonk wants to address the big crowd here. So please go right ahead, Dr. Bonk.
Thank you. Thank you, President Lumia. As Trustee Morgan indicated, the Wappinger Central School District was very proud to honor another one of our students. Catherine Street Community Center does tremendous work within our region for those in need. It is a phenomenal organization. And this year, Amanda Arvello received the award and the scholarship from Roy C. Ketchum High School. I would like to thank the staff at Roy C. Ketchum High School, the guidance department, the administration, the teachers, all of them for working with her during her time at RCK, for helping to inspire her and motivate her to both learn and succeed. She has made us all extremely proud. I also wanted to take an opportunity to make everyone aware that I had the opportunity to address two Rotary organizations within the past couple of weeks, the Fishkill Rotary and the Rotary Club of Wappingers Falls. Looking forward to continue to be involved, and then they provide tremendous opportunities for our students. They run our Interact clubs at the high school. They do Student of the Month appreciation breakfast. They donate scholarships. I can't thank them enough for what they do on behalf of our schools and our community. So I want to thank Rotary, and there's many of them within our district. I want to thank all of them for all of their work on behalf of our students, and thank them so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Bunk, for your comments. 4.03, committee reports. The first one, capital improvement, co-chaired Mr. Schlesshauer, Mr. McFarland. Eddie?
Thank you, President Lumia. Just real quick, as I've stated before, Phase 1 drawings have been submitted to SED from our last capital improvement referendum that was approved by the district taxpayers. We've begun work on Phase 2 design to get those plans sent up as well. As I've mentioned before, it's a tedious process with SED, up to a 47-week time period for approval. So although the work for Phase 2 is going to be done the following summer, not this coming summer, we want to get those plans up there and approved right away to prepare. Some of those items, just to refresh everyone's memory, will be some upgrades to the Wappingers Junior High Transportation Office, the art classrooms at John Jay, RCK, and here at WAP Junior, the upgrading of the heating system at Van Wyck Junior High, and a complete renovation and restoration of the Wappingers Junior High auditorium, which we are sitting in right now. Okay, that was Phase 2. Those are the items for Phase 2. Phase 1's already up. I just want to let everybody know, if they haven't seen, who's not on the other side of the district, the Patriot Way, the new drop-off for John Jay has been complete. And I would say, Superintendent, working well so far?
Very successful. It has certainly helped to reduce the congestion. And again, I would like to thank the town of East Fishkill for their collaboration and partnership through the county as well as the state DOT. When it came to the school district, that we had an opportunity to participate to some extent with the Route 52 roundabout and add a drop-off pickup on Patriot Way. We were extremely intrigued, and I would like to thank the members of the Board of Education here from the district for being at the table to work with the town of East Fishkill, Supervisor D'Alessandro, and the entire town of East Fishkill Town Board for making that project a reality. We're very, very proud of it, and it has significantly reduced the amount of congestion in the Route 52 corridor. So thank you for mentioning that, Trustee Schlesshauer.
And just to remind everybody, although we keep stating that it's the new John Jay drop-off, it is not replacing the existing John Jay drop-off. It's an additional drop-off. So although it's up to you as a parent driving and dropping off your child which way you want to go, but driving past the main entrance to go to that drop-off may or may not make sense to you, but it's two options for drop-off. And just to let everybody also know, just be careful when you're at the roundabout and on Patriot Way, obviously due to the fact that we're in the middle of the winter. Final asphalt paving has not been done yet, so the road can be a little tricky. So please be careful around the roundabout and on Patriot Way when you're dropping off. Obviously, when the weather warms up a little bit, the town will have the and state DOT will have the final asphalt coating put down. Thank you.
Just one comment and a half. For those who are skeptical about the runabout, that was not going to work, obviously, it is working. So thank you. John Morgan, audit.
Before I begin the audit committee report, I just wanted to add to the comments that Trustee Sloshower and Dr. Bonk just made. An additional bonus for the new drop-off is I believe traveling that corridor is improved safety for our students that drive and can't park on campus. They're walking along Route 52 a much shorter distance. And I think that's an added bonus. So I just wanted to mention that and make sure that my fellow trustees were aware of that. With regard to the audit committee, we met on January 9th. Other members of the audit committee or other trustees on the audit committee are Trustee Johnson, Trustee Odom, and in an ex officio capacity, President Lumia shows up and allows me to run some of the meeting. We also have a great deal of input from Assistant Superintendent Crandall.
See, John, if you order bagels with lox, it'd be perfect for everybody. So that's your job from now on to do something to get some food there, right? Thank you.
We've had some discussions. This was not an audit committee action item, but we've had some discussions about several requests for proposals or RFPs. And as a result of those discussions, Assistant Superintendent Crandall has updated the district's RFP rubric that will be employed for the RFPs that are going out this year. We received on January 9th the internal audit report, and at our upcoming meeting, we'll be conducting our intake interview with the school district's external auditor. Thank you.
Thank you, John. Cheryl, Legislative Action Committee?
Yes, the Legislative Action Committee met on January 17th, and we organized our agenda for the next couple of months. Our priority for January was setting up meetings with our elected representatives. We have a meeting set up with Assemblyman Bipon this Friday. And Dr. Bonk and I at the Martin Luther King breakfast happened to have a chance meeting with Congressman Ryan. So I was able to introduce myself and let him know that we're interested in meeting with him. I'm in the process of trying to connect with his staff, Senator Rollison's and Congressman Lawler's, to try to set up additional meetings. As far as the topics that we have in our charter this year, the only legislation that has actually been submitted so far is Assemblyman Dinowitz submitted his vaccine mandate bill last Thursday, and it was referred to committee. It has not popped up on the Health Committee agendas. I don't think that's going to be a front burner item for the Assembly at the moment. Our next meeting is in February, and we are going to be looking at the special education issues that we have on our charter. And in March, we are going to be focusing on gathering all the information that we can and getting a report on where this mandate for e-vehicles stands in terms of what guidance has come from the state, what the district has started looking at, and then we will prepare for our spring agenda from there.
Thank you, Cheryl. Wellness, Chair Crandall.
Good evening. On January 11th, the District Wellness Committee met, and the main topic of conversation was the upcoming survey. The surveys are completed. There are two surveys that are completed. One is for K to 12 for families, and the other is a secondary survey. Normally 9 to 12. There's discussion about it becoming 7 to 8. There is pretty much a complete overhaul being done with regard to the survey. The committee has been doing their homework. Actually, I'm working on a little bit of that right now to try to refine it and get it back out for further discussion. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair Crandall. Policy, Peggy Keller.
The Policy Committee met on January 4th. Members Marie Johnson, Keith Odoms, John Lumia, Darren Lokema, and Alberta Pedro were in attendance, as well as guest Kurt Jessman and a senior student observer. Most of the changes were grammatical. We clarified eligibility for co-curricular and extracurricular activities in accordance with state law, added multiple pathways to succeed to school learning standards, and decided that and clarified the board president's power to appoint committee chairs and members.
That's it. Dutchess School Board Association Board Representative Peggy Keller, once again.
The Dutchess County School Boards Association met on January 5th. A discussion was held regarding the dual enrollment tuition planned to be charged by Dutchess Community College, 1/3 of the regular tuition, although the facilities and teachers are paid by the school districts. The board members all expressed concern that this would be a hardship and hoped that the county or state legislatures would step up in funding. Attorney David Shaw then gave a presentation on collective bargaining issues: inflation, the stock market downturn, health costs, the rising New York State minimum wage, and a competitive market for some positions presents challenges. All school board members are invited to tour the new BOCES Career and Technical Facility.
Last but not least, visit to Suffield High School in Connecticut. Mr. McFarland.
Well, we did address this at the board at the last board meeting where we took a bus trip over to Sheffield High School in Connecticut and looked at their mechanical HVAC equipment. So we did go over this last time, but I have some new upcoming information. So I'll be going down to Maryland and Virginia within the next 2 weeks, looking at 2 districts down there, and also including some of their electric school bus issues and pros and cons. So I hope to have that report for you at the next board meeting.
Well, we're very lucky to have you on the committee. The capital improvement knowledge is extremely important. Thank you. Along with, of course, he does a great job. The chairman does a great job, along with Marie, with all the facts and figures. So you guys do a good job. Mr. McFarland? What's that? That's all right. I'll tell you, we're lucky to have you.
Yes.
And what your ideas are extremely important to the next of the projects that are coming. And with that being said, 5.01 consent agenda resolutions. Anyone who wants to remove any item from the consent agenda? Mike, Ms. McFarland?
So I need to remove 5.02, number 9. I'm sorry, 5.02, number 9.
Anyone else? All right, Peggy, it's all yours.
Okay. Resolved that the Board of Education does hereby approve the following consent agenda items as stated. 5.02, except number 9, 5.03, 5.04, 5.05, 5.06, 5.07, 5.08, 5.09, 5.10, 5.11, and 5.12.
Motion, Marie, second, Cheryl, all in favor? Abstain? For number, 5.02, I apologize, 5.02. Number 9, read that.
Resolved that the reading of the support staff personnel list be waived and the retirement effective date correction, resignation, leave of absence, correction to probationary start date, appointments, probationary appointments, updated salary, provisional appointments, temporary appointments, change in salary, change in hours, substitutes, no paid days, and volunteers be approved as recommended by the superintendent of schools.
Motion. So who did that? John and Trustee Morgan and Cheryl second. All those in favor? Abstain? One abstention. Okay. Thank you. Well, I know. Before we get to the next item, I'd like to make a comment on 5.11 donations. There's an individual in the community who's extremely generous. He donated a total of $26,588 to electronic sign. Mr. Carlos Ulesma. So I really want to thank you. Brinkhoff. So thank you, $26,588. 42.
$43,588.
It says 43 to whatever it is. Thank you for such a generous donation. I would appreciate it if you give me some of that to me. New business. Approve 46,000. God, that's incredible. That's really good. Thank you. New business 6.01 approval of the audit report and corrective action plan.
Whereas the Board of Education hereby acknowledges receipt of the Internal Risk Assessment 2022-2023, along with the Corrective Action Plan, as recommended by the Board's Audit Committee. Now therefore be it resolved that the Board of Education does hereby approve the Internal Risk Assessment 2022-2023, along with the Corrective Action Plan, as recommended by the Board's Audit Committee and the Superintendent of Schools.
Motion. Peggy, second. Ms. McFarland. Any discussion? Any questions? Let me say, all in favor? Unanimous. 6.02, acceptance of 2022-2023 New York State Annual Fire Safety Inspection Report.
Whereas a New York State Code Enforcement Officer from Bruce Bingham and Associates has completed the 2022-2023 New York State Annual Fire Safety Inspections of the Wappinger Central School District's buildings on November 18, 2022, and whereas Bruce Bingham and Associates has identified nonconformance items in some of the district buildings, and whereas the Wappinger Central School District immediately addressed these items, and there are no outstanding nonconformance items at this time. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Board of Education, upon the recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools, hereby accepts the Wappinger Central School District Fire Safety Inspection Report and directs the district clerk to publish the required notice of report availability in its official newspapers pursuant to Education Law Section 807-A 5B and C.
Motion. Mike, second. Peggy Kelly. And discussion? All those in favor? Unanimous? I'm sorry, John, do you have a question? 6.03, second reading and adoption of policies.
Resolved that the Board of Education of the Wappinger Central School District hereby approves the second reading of and adopts the following policies based upon the first reading by the Board and the recommendation of the Policy Committee as stated.
Motion. Marie, second. Cheryl. All in favor? Unanimous? Request for addition to the agenda. Does any board member? Yes, Peggy?
I request an addition to the agenda.
Second? Second. All in favor? Unanimous? Go ahead.
Item 7.3, Section 3214 Appeals. be it resolved that the Board of Education hereby confirms the findings of fact and penalty recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools dated December 21st, 2022, which endorses the finding and penalty of the hearing officer, Stephen Banks, dated December 21st, 2022, regarding student number 1017931. And be it further resolved that the board president is hereby authorized to sign the board determination letter on behalf of the Board of Education. And be it further resolved that the district clerk is hereby authorized to mail the board determination letter to the students' parents.
Motion, Peggy, second. Marie, all those in favor? Unanimous?
Uh,
Next one.
I request a second amendment to the item.
All those in favor? Unanimous?
Section 3214, appeals. Be it resolved that the Board of Education hereby confirms the findings of fact of the Superintendent of Schools dated December 21st, 2022, which endorses the findings and penalty.
That's not what the board resolution.
Can't hear. What did you say?
The board resolution.
You have that, Ms. Baker?
I did that one and this one, but not changing. Oops.
MT.
Okay, sorry. Item 7.4, short-term suspension appeals. Be it resolved that the Board of Education hereby confirms the findings of fact and penalty recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools dated 1/18/23, which endorsed the findings and penalty of the principal dated 1/17/23 regarding student number 1007910. And be it further resolved that the board president is hereby authorized to sign the board determination letter on behalf of the Board of Education. And be it further resolved that the district clerk is hereby authorized to mail the board determination letter to the students' parents.
Motion, Peggy, second. Marie, all those in favor? Unanimous? Comments from the public? Any comments from the public? Alberta? None? I was having a motion to adjourn. Marie, second. Cheryl, all those in favor? Thank you for attending. Have a good night.